Hey there, fans. This is Arizona Wildcats Hate Week. Yep, this is the shirt, but I'm not switching teams. Don't worry, it's just the shirt I have in my collection. These guys need to just get ready and gone. We got to dump these cats, and we got to worry a lot for this game. We're heading down to Tucson, heading down to Arizona, and it'll be a tough game. Before I go into it, I give a shout out to Dodgers for life. If you're a Bruins fan, check this guy. His link's in the sidebar, and I'll have a little bit of shout out to him. So he hasn't had too much people watching his vids. So I encourage any Bruins fans to watch him. Dodgers for life. Just check him out in the sidebar. Now we go on to Arizona and we get down to Tucson. The big thing that worries me is that they've had our number. 2005, we head down there undefeated. We're 8-0, and we get blown out, 52-14. I think that was the score. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was plain embarrassing. We no-showed, and that pretty much set the tone for the rest of that season. The best year Carl Durrell had. Then we go to 2007. We started well with Pat Cowan, but then Arizona came back. Tui Tama went on a rampage. Uh, Gronkowski was like a freshman that year, and they owned us. Even though it was a close scoring game. And then last year, we got blown 31 to 10. I know Arizona had a much better offense at that time with Mike Jones, but still, they've had our number, and it's not good. This is the battle of two basketball schools, mostly known obviously for their basketball, but football, it's pretty huge. So we got to worry about Nick Grigsby and running the ball. We haven't stopped the run very well. Our defense showed that we have trouble with a good offense. And Arizona lately has developed into the top tier of the Pac-10. Right now the conference is about 8 teams deep. UCLA and Washington State are out of the mix right now because we don't have a conference win. So right now we don't look that good. It's pretty bleak. And some keys. What we can do is we got to stop Nick Foles, their quarterback, early on. We've seen, I don't know his exact stats, but I know he's very efficient. And from what I've heard, he's been reliable for the most part for a sophomore. Also on their defensive end is Ricky Elmar. Our offensive line's got to be able to block him, and we got to worry about that a lot. There's a few things out there just got to be worrying about because Arizona's got weapons on offense. Yeah, and Mike Stoops out there has coached a decent defense. This year, Arizona's got a defense. I've been wrong. I thought they weren't going to be a bowl team, but so far they look like it, and they look very solid if it weren't for that fluke play in Seattle. They should be ranked as of this moment, but they're not, and they might be hungry for another win. On our side of the ball, we got to be able to run. Jonathan Franklin, we got to use him well, but he's got to make sure he holds on to the ball. Kevin Prince, not threw a couple interceptions. It's been annoying. We got to avoid that. We also got to avoid the penalties, which kill on third down. We can make penalties. But the biggest concern right now is that defense. We could not stop Javid Best or Kevin Riley, and I had to eat my crow about this. That was like my first crow video. I've had losing videos, and then I've had crow videos, but this was an actual time where I actually had to eat my crow about Kevin Riley, and this time we got to worry about Nick Foles and his wide receivers. Alteron Burner got owned. Some of the other receivers on Cal were owning him, if not Sheldon Price. The good news is Aaron Hester returns. I'm not sure about Reggie Carter, but Aaron Hester returns to complement ATV. Also, the secondary needs some help. Linebackers, Akeem Ayers, Cal Bosworth, and Reggie Carter. They got to be solid at the linebacking position. All the seniors and supposedly good players didn't play well last week, and they need to step it up. Brian Price is arguably the best defensive Pac-10 player, but he can't do it alone. And we got to, be careful out there because Arizona's had our number. So the key, just play defense. Maybe get a few touchdowns here and there, but play the defense. We need to play defense really well if we want to pull off the upset. A little shout out to Power Rangers 2345. He's the only Arizona fan out there who makes videos. There's not very many Pac-10 representatives right now, unfortunately, in this TTC. So his link in the sidebar, since he's a Wildcats fan. Maybe I'll make a bet, but I'm not motivated right now because we're a 7.5 point underdog according to the Vegas odds. Not very confident unless I do something not as heavy as he does. If he loses, he has to do something crazier. So maybe maybe make a bet there or not, but we'll see. But play defense, and Kevin Prince is going to need to have a solid game, if not a good running game from Jonathan Franklin. See you guys a little bit later.